Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. A series of Factory Town coming at you. It's been a while since we've played. I did a little Twitch streaming of this. I did a couple of episodes of this. This game has been evolving fairly quickly, I would say. New stuff, mines, railroad. I read through some of the change notes, and it's just a lot of it is just a lot to manage. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have a sit down, take a crack at the new campaign that came out, and just have some fun with it. Haven't touched the campaign, haven't touched anything, but from what I read, the campaign offers rail and some mana stuff, and I don't even know. But hopefully this will give us a nice introduction to what the game now offers. So, yeah, get a soda, get a water, kick your feet up. Let's have some fun learning Factory Town. Ooh, cinematic little pan in. Like that. Level 1. A few settlers have founded a small village in the wilderness. Help it grow into a larger town by gathering resources, crafting useful goods, and building houses. Well, shouldn't be too hard. We've already been through a little bit of a season. We did some Twitch streaming on this a while back. Yeah, pretty good. So let's take a quick walk through the user interface before we jump too hard into it, right? Upper left has a bit of a breakdown, how many town centers we have. Oh, that's right. These new changes allowed for multiple town centers. I am not going to lie. I'm super interested to look into that. Number of houses we can have. Houses allow for workers, workers in capacity. General happiness. Happiness allows for a better per worker production speed bonus. Then the 4 different kinds of currencies, yellow, red, blue, and purple coins. And then the inventory we have in our storehouse. We have some houses, we have some idle villagers about, we have some local resources, we have apples, we have potatoes, we have wheat, more wheat, we have trees, more apples, stone, berries, more trees, okay. Just getting a little survey of the land. Is that carrots? Yeah, carrots, okay. A little survey of the land. I think it's important before we get started to see what's all around in case there's anything super important. Don't really see anything. Let's go ahead and hit B. Let's see what we can do. What can we do for building? More houses, lumber mills, and wells. We need raw wood. We need planks. We need stone. Footpath, log bridge. Okay, we got some stuff. What about research? To upgrade the town hall, we need planks produced by a lumber mill, and we need stone. Okay. What do I need for another house? Because houses dictate workers. Okay, well that was easy enough. Let's get started. Get harvesting lumber. Just get going on that. While they're doing that, I'm going to take just a short minute here, and I'm going to clean up all this. This drives me a little crazy. I like a little bit of formality if I can. I know I'm a form... No. Backtrack. I'm a function over form kind of guy. I need stuff to work before I make it look pretty. But in this game, everything benefits from footpaths. Your people move faster. Things are just... They'll produce more effectively because they're wasting less time scooting around. That helps out really well right there without changing much at all. Now... I need a lumber yard, was that right? Lumber mill requires a bunch of wood. Okay, well, we're working on that. A well is going to produce a water source anywhere on the map. There we go, lumber mill right out the gate. Just going to chuck this right here. I'm going to tell you to make planks. And we're probably getting a little ahead of the tutorial-ish, because I'm already quite familiar with how this game works. But effectively, I want you to take the finished planks, take it to the town hall. I want you to gather wood and bring it to the lumber mill. Everything's controlled by the left click, which is incredibly confusing for an old-time gamer like me. Playing games like Command & Conquer and other RTS games, left click is to select. Left click is also to give orders and acknowledgements. Right click is to deselect. So that control scheme is all kinds of different, but that's all right. So, we've got a very simple production line here. Let's go over the rest of the user interface while we've got some work happening. In the lower left is a bunch of hotkeys, I guess. A little bit of an action, and then there's a hotkey next to it. So, for example, to build something, I hit B on my keyboard, or you can select this button here if you prefer. Pretty simple stuff. There's also a default mode which is called Select. When you're not in any other menu, so I'll hit Menu here, and then I'll hit Escape to get out. Goes right back to Select. There's Research, there's Goods, there's Supply, there's Production, Shared Inventory, Victory Conditions. What are the Victory Conditions? Okay, a town center level up, a food market, a grain mill, a workshop, a stonemason, and a school. We'll talk these through as we get a little farther around getting them done. I don't want to bombard you too much right out the gate when it comes to what's going on around here. At the very bottom is a little bit of a hot bar. You can cycle F1 through F4. Different structures, you can customize this any way you want. And then by holding Alt, you get access to the second line. So if I don't touch anything, the bottom line is active. If I hold Alt and 1, I'll address the kitchen as opposed to the lumber mill. We're not going to mess around with that too much, I don't think. But we're doing all right. Okay. I can have 2 more workers. Let's do that. Cannot afford. Oh no. Worker requires yellow coins. Now, the way in which this works is we're going to bring product to houses. And those houses are going to pay us for our work in the term of yellow coins. I'm actually going to trim off a couple of these workers here. Drop off everything. And I want to talk to both of you. We're just going to start bringing potatoes to a house. Now, what happens is this house has a certain need, and once that need is met, these guys are going to deliver potatoes to other houses. So it's going to just be sequential. Yep, there we go. It's already going to the next one because there's a bit of a inventory. The people that live in the houses will slowly consume the products, whether they be food products, or tools, or construction materials, or gems, or toys, or jewelry, I think we'll get later on. That's kind of how that works. But I've got enough for another worker, and that maxes out our 12. Now, our town center has certain upgrade parameters: yellow coins, stone, and planks. The houses are the same. If I supply if I supply planks to a house, the house will upgrade and will allow me to have more workers. That's kind of the deal with that. So, while that's happening as well, we're generating, if you see these little blue smileys, we're generating happiness. Happiness over here allows our workers to have it's a per worker production speed bonus to any linked buildings is what it says. What's a linked building, you might say? Well, if we click on a structure here, because it's connected to road via road to a town center, you can actually see that it's connected to Brookside, and this is called Brookside. Yep. So this lumber mill is actually enjoying the production benefit. Let's see, does it say how much extra percentage we're gaining? In the older versions of this game, it would say workers are processing at 10% extra because of happy, but I don't think we're quite there yet. All right, I need stone. Let's get a little bit of this peeled off. Stone it up, boys. Upgrading the town hall is also going to allow us to have more houses and better fun stuff. A food market, a general store, a bunch of cool things. So, this game is pretty hard to, I guess, screw up. The game is a very calm pace. You can absolutely take your time with any of these steps. Again, what I'm doing is I'm kind of buzzing through it a little bit. I'm anxious to get to the later steps like the train and all that stuff. But this is a really nice tutorial level. Opens it up real nice. This isn't Factorio. We don't have to defend our countryside against biters. There's no real bad guys. The only bad guy in this game really is going to be inefficiency. But because it's so relaxed, the music is good, the tone is right, that is up to you on what is efficient and what is non-efficient. You don't like how something works? Gut it and change it. Okay, we can upgrade our town center. We have the resources demonstrated here. We get 4 more houses, a grain mill, a food market, and a school. Awesome. Let's go ahead and start doing a little bit of work. I'm going to move you guys over here. What we're going to build is something called a food market. Now, what a food market does is it links all of the houses together. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, right now, what I've done is I've taken all of these people, we're harvesting potatoes, and I'm bringing it to a house, These guys effectively have to go door to door and say, hey, do you need potatoes? Hey, do you need potatoes? Hey, do you need potatoes? If the answer is no, they got to go to another door. The food market allows for centralization in that regard. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 of these guys. Potatoes, food market. Apples, food market. All these guys have to do is dump it off at the food market, and the food market will automatically distribute the product. Now watch. Oh, see that 1 gold? See 1 yellow there? 2 yellow there? 2 yellow there? That means the gold is, or the product, is being distributed automatically, and I don't have to worry about how the specifics are. We go ahead and build a few more houses so I can get more workers. That looks good to me. Let's go ahead and make this process a little easier for our guys. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'll get to you later. Q is the pipette tool on keyboard that I'm using. Just gonna make this kind of neat. It only costs a little bit of lumber to draw a footpath, but drawing footpaths early makes it worth it. So, every food market has a radius. Let's see, I think here we go. So it has to be connected by a road and within this radius in order for it to gain the benefits of the food market. But now what this does is this kind of separates away some of the process, and all I have to do is just feed the food market. Done deal. Sorry about that, had to shut my window. Apparently it's dueling lawnmowers outside. Whew, okay, back to it, yeah? So, what is the next upgrade level? 100 coins, 10 wheels, 20, looks like is that cut stone? Stone brick, okay. We have a capacity for 8 more workers, which is wunderbar, but I'm also interested in upgrading the house. The houses require planks. Okay, well I have 71 planks. Let's do this pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to say, deliver planks to house. The same thing is going to occur. These workers are going to donate or distribute the planks all up until this house is done, and then it'll upgrade. Did it already upgrade? Yeah, see the roof is a darker color? Yeah, oh, that right there. Perfect representation. More housing upgrades means also more workers. So now we're at a capacity of 26. We're also making a tidy profit off of that. Yeah, 28. Not too shabby. Once that's done, we'll do the same thing that we did with the food market, but it's a structure called a general store, I think. Yeah. A general store operates the exact same way as the food market, but with general, like, hardware supplies. So, nails, pickaxes, shoes, coats, stuff like that. And I'm just going to wait till all this gets delivered. And that's it. Cool. Okay, all y'all over there. Boop. I'll just delete them. We can tell the workers to unload what's in their hands manually, or I could just delete them, and I just delete them. What I would like is a very robust level of yellow coin. So what we're going to do is we're just going to deliver a variety of products to the food market and keep this going. So let's see here. I have 3 doing potatoes, 3 doing apples. Let's get a 4th doing grain. Now, what I'm providing are very, very low-level products. All of these items will be able to be refined and processed later to make more expensive, cool stuff that'll provide and yield way more yellow coin. But right now, we're just getting like nickel and dime, right? Now, let's talk about an important piece of the interface. When it comes to happiness, if I click on the food market and click right here where it says happiness, this demonstrates all the products that we are bringing in, all the available products we can bring in, how much is being consumed, and how much of the houses are happily supplied with those products. So, break it down real quick. Grains and apples, I'm a little low on, but people are happy. Potatoes, starting to dip a little bit, so I need to transport more raw materials to maintain the same level of happiness and garner additional happiness. This game does a very good job, in my opinion, of showing you a way to do a thing in a very low-tech manner, and then later automating it. We right now just have workers gathering stuff by hand, but with a little bit of automation and mine carts and different kinds of transportation methods, we'll be able to make it a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot more efficient than just one dude carrying one piece of grain all the way over there, right? So enough of the chit-chat. Let's go ahead and start evolving a bit. What did I need again? Wood wheel and stone brick. Okay. Do I have any of the fun paths? Oh, I definitely want chutes. Chutes are awesome. Do we have a school yet? We do. Excellent. Okay. We have all the foundational stuff I feel that we need to move on. Let's do that. Let's find a nice little area for our school. I like to have the school a little bit off. A little bit off the beaten path. How about there? Here we'll be able to choose a research, with a few requirements of paper, coins, and time broken down as work units. We'll be able to research something. In this case, woodworking and masonry are the two things that we've got. If I hover over here, it'll tell us exactly what it'll unlock. A barn, a crate, workshop, chute, and wagon, which is a really, really huge step. Let's go woodworking. I've selected a recipe, so that little reticle goes away. I need something to make paper, and I believe a lumber mill makes paper. I want to put this really close to this. About there. And you'll make paper. Awesome. Awesome. We need raw lumber and water. Easy peasy. Let's take care of the water first. I need you to deliver water to here. This game is pretty straightforward in terms of almost everything, and that's one of the things that makes it incredibly enjoyable for me. I'd like two of you to harvest and go there. Now I'm going to need another worker to take the paper out of here and shovel it over here. Let's have a chat about localized and global products. Localized products are things that we're producing and distributing locally. And I know that might be a redundant statement, but hear me out. Wood goes into the lumber mill. Lumber mill turns it into paper. Paper gets delivered to the school. School consumes the paper and coins. These are all localized resources except the coins. Coins are regarded as a global resource. I spend them anywhere. I generate them anywhere. They're global. They're global resources. If you're a programmer, think of these as variables. There's local and globalized variables is a very simple way to discuss it. I just want to process something right here, and this is all it's going to do. I need to generate local resources for local production and then local consumption. But I'm not producing yellow coins here. I'm not shipping yellow coins over to this school to be used. So as the game progresses, we're going to have to keep that in mind. It's not a huge thing, but it can be a difference between how we build our distribution networks later on. Okay. We're getting some sweet education done. What was next on the list? Oh, I need the woodworking to be done and the stoneworking to be done as the other resource or research piece. Let's get a little bit more production going on here. Once we develop the chutes, our entire system is going to change already. We're going to make things a lot more efficient, so I'm just going to wait a little bit. There we go, cool. Barn and crate are used for storage. Workshop is to make more advanced wood products. A chute and a wagon are exactly what I'm talking about in terms of transportation and distribution and the such. Oh, that's right, I forgot to assign a new research about masonry. That's going to open up a stonemason and a road, which is going to be awesome. Now, let's talk about the chute. I need you guys to chill out just a little bit. Up until now, we've had these three fine villagers harvesting stone, bringing it back here, all manually, all by hand, and that sucks. It's inefficient, and it kind of wastes a lot of time. Most of the time that's being consumed in this process isn't even the mining. It's all the walking back and forth. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say, harvest this rock, drop it into this chute. Now what should happen is, yep, exactly that. See? Look at how much more efficient this process is because we're not wasting time moving around. This is what makes this process better. Chutes. Chutes are very early technology, and oh my gosh, they make bank. So I'm just going to take the 2 of you. Please use that chute. And we'll do the same thing here. I'd like the 3 of you to please use this chute, and I gotta get this guy over here. You stuck over there? What's the deal? I'll just delete you. How about that? Wasn't there somebody else? There we go. And if you can get this to work like this villager's not moving from this square. Harvest tree, dump off wood. Harvest tree, dump off wood. Incredibly simple, right? But again, I just cut out a ton of effort and a lot of moving around to get this done. Oh, stonemason already unlocked. Excellent sauce. Now, one thing to note, not everything is shootable. Shoot, C-H-U-T-E, not the other one. If I try to say, okay, let's output the planks, we'll get a really big old klaxon. Brah, it says, hey, dude, that's not going to work. Rule of thumb is if it's spherical or cylindrical, it can be shooted. If it is a square, or it's a block, or it's flat, it doesn't shoot very well, right? We could do the exact same thing with the food as well. That makes this incredibly powerful. So here's what we're going to do. Let's get everyone in a circle. Let's just we'll get a kumbaya circle going on. I'm actually going to move this a little bit more over here so it's closer to the materials. I just wanted to chuck it up there because it looked nice, but this still covers all 8 houses I see right here. Also right here, linked to 8 houses. I have 8 houses. Simple stuff. So I'm just going to take 2 of each of you. And because I moved that, that might be all I need to do. We'll probably mess more with chutes later, but maybe not so important right now. When the distance gets farther, like if I need resources from here, chutes are going to be far more valuable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. Way more valuable. But for right now, things are looking pretty good. Now we also can do, because I also need raw wood, I could do something like this. And that's going to shovel a lot of the wood in. And the way this works is, from the way I understand it, is resources always want to go forward. They always want to go forward if they can. So I'm just going to nuke that. And what we should see is this goes all the way and then down. So resources always want to go in a forward direction if they can. If they can't and they back up, they'll go a different direction. So what this is assuring is 100% of the wood is going to the lumber mill. That lumber mill needs to be full all the time for all the planks all the time. Anytime there's excess, it'll kick off and it'll go right into the town center. Yeah? Pretty sweet, right? I like it. Works out well. Alright, what is the next level? Supply stone brick. Okay, we did unlock masonry. And I haven't done anything else with that yet. Now, as we're shoveling stuff into the town center, we can also pull stuff out. As you see right here, this stone has reached full capacity. So one thing we can do with our stonemason, if I don't want to set up another thing and push it in, I could just use the resources right here. Stone brick. And what we can do is we can do something like this. Hi, can you get stone brick out of, or stone out of that and deliver the stone bricks there? Now, I built it really, really close to the town hall. That way there'd be a lot less time wasted, right? I'm trying to minimize the moving distance. That's a huge sign of efficiency. If you take a look at a worker's time, like let's say you're a manager at a place. I don't know. Maybe a department store. You kind of want your workers to be, if you're thinking about it, working all the time, right? Like, and I don't mean like don't give them breaks, but like you want to maximize how much time they're actually putting effort to work, rather than having to go out and unload a truck. So let's talk this out. Let's imagine you have to unload a truck for a department store. It's far more efficient to unload the truck all in one push, sort the inventory, and then distribute the inventory out to the sales floor, rather than go to the truck, take one item out of the truck, walk all the way back into the store, put the one item on the shelf, and then walk all the way back to the truck, right? You're wasting a lot of time just moving and not actually, like, performing any decent work. By removing all that movement and working more efficiently, you get stuff done better, yeah? So that's what I'm trying to do here. I just want a couple of bricks. Want to see if we can get to our next level pretty quickly. I'm only using 2 workers. This is producing a decent amount of resources. We're already up to 21 stone brick as I've been chit-chatting away. Let's see here. I needed stone brick. I also require wood wheel. Okay. Wood wheel comes from, actually, just hover over it. A workshop. Okay. That seems fairly straightforward. Workshop is right there. I'll do the same thing with this guy. I would like you to make wood wheel. And now I know this isn't pretty, but as I mentioned before, this game changes quite a bit when it comes to discovering new technology and getting other things going on. So don't fall in love with this setup. This is a good starter setup, but yeah, don't fall in love with it and be like, this has to be this way forever and ever, amen. If you've played similar games like Factorio, that game very much promotes, hey, don't get used to stuff the way it looks, because it's going to change. Factorio also does a pretty good job leveling up the player, so to speak, as things build up and progress and evolve over time. And by that I mean, like, there's new tools and new technologies that keep getting opened up more and more and more to the player. So there's always more stuff to do. And there's better ways to do it. So that's really what it comes down to. For Factorio's sake, you get different kinds of belts, which change your throughput. Your mining becomes more efficient. You get trains, you get logistics bots. You get a lot of ways to do the same job, better and more efficiently. Oh, we're ready for upgrade. That was fast. Upgrade! The general store and max house increased by 4. Awesome. We can actually remove resources in this game, and I use this a little bit more than I should. But this game promotes a lot of automation and a lot of redundancy in terms of resources, so don't feel too bad if you want to remove a couple of trees or something to make room for something else. Okay, all we need to do is road this up. That looks good. These level 1 houses still require planks. These require stone bricks. Things are looking pretty good. We have a lot of available workforce. So what is really next? Let's check our victory screen here. Oh, I just need to build a grain mill. Okay. Well, we can make this a pretty short one. Why not? A grain mill is going to turn this grain into better stuff. So probably right here would be best. Oh, cool. Victory. Alright, that wasn't too hard. Let's go ahead and call this it for our first episode, but I think we had a pretty good walkthrough on the first campaign mission. We got a lot of the fundamentals and a lot of the basics figured out. And, yeah. Really happy with how this is set up. And yeah, this is a great way to just get some resources moving. Not a lot of complaints, not the most efficient. But with the chutes and a little bit of finagling, getting stuff close to where it's got to be or where we're getting resources from, you can get a lot of work done. So yeah, let's call this it for this first episode. That was our first campaign mission. My name's John Megacycle, and I hope to catch you next time for more Factory Town. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.